Hey, welcome back. Alright, we're not immediately into
I was
cutscenes.
like, I think I cleared the first run before we started, but...
I believe in you,
I don't
Derek.
even remember what we were talking about last episode.
Anime, it's always anime.
Always with this show,
anime
you are
with
correct.
this. Yeah, it's because we... Oh, shit! Oh, shit!
Oh, shit!
No! Oh! That may or may not have even come up on recording.
Probably not.
It normally does, but only when their like volume is a little above average. You can like hear it in the background, just slowly like away. You're like, oh yeah, I should have shut that off.
What totally came up on the through mic though is us being like, oh shit!
Yeah, right. Yeah, it's always anime because we record right after Toonami now, which means I have an excuse to be like, well, I literally just watched an entire fucking 3-hour block of shows.
I watched Band of Brothers last night. Band of Brothers, Saving Private Ryan.
Ah, yes.
That is a good movie.
That is a good movie. I have not seen... the only thing that I know about Saving Private Ryan's, though, is that...
they saved Private Ryan.
No, is that Call of Duty World at War is essentially that movie.
I love it because it's true.
Man, so... Speaking of shows and stuff, and anime, I just finished SSS Gridman!
Gridman!
And I gotta say, I called it, like, right at the beginning, like, most of what was gonna happen in that show. And you know what?
I'm okay.
I'm still like, this show is great. It's not like Attack on Titan where I called it, I'm like, boring! It's more like I called it, I'm like, this is an interesting idea, though.
So, what am I trying to say here?
Yeah.
Season 5 of My Hero Academia is airing in Japan.
Which means we will get that in, what, like 4 months?
Pretty much.
Ish, depending on how they feel.
Yeah, so stay tuned for that. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, no, I'm fucking... Dude, I'm super hyped for My Hero. I can't wait for that shit to come back, because I'm really fucking sick of watching not My Hero Academia. Honestly, everything on right now is actually pretty good.
Yeah.
And, like, even Attack on Titan is, like, not bad this season. It's kind of, like... The only way I can put it is, like, there's stuff happening, and it's interesting. It's amazing. I've never seen Attack on Titan do that.
So, what else is gonna come? This probably might go up in May, so, on May 4th, more animated Star Wars stuff. I'll take animated Star Wars over live action Star Wars.
We'll see if it's any good.
Yeah, it's Bad Batch, so it's more Clone Wars stuff.
Yeah.
It's Clone Wars but with a different name.
Yeah, I don't know. I didn't care for that last one they had, the one with the dude who had the lightsaber that was also a gun. I mean, the concept was cool, but the actual show was kind of whatever.
I was like, what are you talking about? And then oh, right, Rebels.
Yeah, Rebels, the one no one actually fucking cares about. It's the one that everyone pretends to care about because it's a direct sequel to the Clone Wars, but no one actually likes it.
Yeah. They actually did make a 7th season of the Clone Wars. 7th or 6th or whatever.
Like, who cares? But yeah.
More actual Clone Wars, and that was pretty good.
Yeah.
But, you know...
I just remember Rebels came out, and everyone was like, direct sequel! And then by the time it was actually out, literally no one was talking about it, because everyone fucking stopped caring by that point.
Yeah, pretty
much. Also, it's a direct sequel in the idea of, hey, stuff in the universe happens. And, like, it's kind of sort of connected to this. Also, we're retconning a bunch of shit, because fuck you, we're Disney.
Yeah, pretty much.
So, like, I think a lot of people were just like, wow, how incredibly, and I don't care.
Yeah, pretty much.
I mean, when they literally had to retcon, like, Ahsoka's, like, arc slightly to make her fit into the narrative of the fucking show, it's like, who fucking cares?
Yeah. I love it because Ahsoka is one of those characters that everybody hated initially, and then she became the best Star Wars female, and everyone's just like, but that's Rey! And it's just like, no.
So what you're telling me is that she had a Legend of Korra dealing. Why am I not surprised?
Yeah, pretty much.
It's weird. It's almost like if you want to make a show and have the main character be female, like, it's really hard to get people to actually like them. I don't know why. I couldn't tell you why. I don't make the rules, but it seems to be very true.
I don't make the rules.
Dude, when's the last time a show came out, right? Like, an animated cartoon came out that had a female protagonist as the main character, and everyone was like, she's like the coolest, greatest character ever, and I love every aspect of this show, and not like, God, I hate her, she's so bitchy and whiny, and she doesn't do anything, and fuck, she's the worst avatar ever, or she's the worst apprentice ever, like... And she's just terrible and garbage, and I can't even...
I hate the internet.
And then you get the immediate, like, super defensive people, too, every time that's like, what are you talking about, best female character of all time? And if you don't believe me, you are a bigot! I gotta get the fuck off Twitter, dude. I gotta just, it's not worth it.
Yeah, you've been sending me more and more Twitter things, and I'm like, what is he doing on Twitter again?
I hate it, but I'm still on it, but I hate it.
I understand, Chris.
I'm on there.
I do.
It's one of those things that I go on there to be like, hey, what's going on in the world right now? And then, like, I see what's trending, and I'm like, God, I hate humanity. Why does humanity exist?
Too true, though.
Oh, speaking of which, I know this is super old, and it's been concluded many months ago by the time this airs, but Dan got in trouble on Twitter.
Dan from the Game Grumps?
Yeah, from the Game Gamps.
What did he do?
He didn't do anything, honestly. That's the hindsight being like, hey, but in the moment, it was really funny because everyone was just like, Dan is a pedo! He was grooming underage girls to fuck him, which wasn't true at all, but
wow.
As soon as you say those words on Twitter, as soon as you say pedo and person's name in Twitter, everyone immediately is like, we must cancel this human! And it's like, maybe we should look into this. Die! It's like, alright, I guess we're just killing this man now.
Wait, are you telling me the internet jumps to conclusions, Chris?
No, never. Why would the internet do that? Come on. Are you telling me that the internet is comprised of unhinged individuals that don't know how society works? Come on.
And they hide behind a screen to use it as a front for being powerful?
No, Derek, that's crazy.
That's crazy talk.
I mean, what are you saying? That when you're anonymous and you don't think people know who you are, you're more willing to say things that you wouldn't typically say to offend people?
No!
That's stupid.
Oh, God, it's too true.
It's why we don't have a face cam. Hey!
Hey!
They could find us so easily if they wanted to.
It's because we're cheap and we don't have the money for it yet.
Oh, yeah. Then I still think that having a webcam would add, like, nothing besides us, like, haphazardly laying on a couch
Yeah.
for, like, 90% of the time being like, did you see the new Star Wars thing? Yeah, I did. It was fucking stupid, right?
I feel personally attacked.
But, yeah, so, like, there was, like, a whole thing where people were like, because someone made a post, and he's like, he's a pedo because he had communications with a fan of his. And at the time she was 17, and then he fucked her when she was 23, and I'm like, it's a long time, guys. But they're like, see, grooming, and I'm like, first off, I think 17 is a really short amount of time to actually efficiently groom someone.
You know what?
I'm gonna just state that.
I'm pretty sure, from what I've seen of it, they do that a lot younger.
Yeah, just, technically, like, I feel like you want to start at a young age to really build up that mental barrier, but, 1 month before they turn 18 seems like a reasonable amount of time to brainwash someone.
Yes, with my brainwashing device. Twitter.
Personally, I just like to wave a watch in front of their face and tell them that... Actually, I'm not going to make that joke. Never mind. I'm just immediately bailing on that joke. That is not worth the fucking headache that will cause in the future.
I saw him go for the joke, and then you reconsidered.
Fucking yeah, and then they literally fucked like 4 years later or some shit, and people are like, grooming, obviously, and I'm like, you people are fucking stupid.
It's the internet we're talking about, man.
But I gotta admit, I hate cancel culture. I think it's a plague. But there's nothing you can do once it starts, so I do tend to stoke the fire a little bit. Just a tiny bit while I'm on Twitter. I will retweet things that I find really funny during the whole session. I'm not encouraging it, but I also know I can't stop it, so why not have fun with it?
I can only make it worse.
Yeah, like, I know I literally can't make it any better. So I may as well poke some fun at it while I'm there. Listen, I'm not one of the ones that's just like, he needs to be cancelled. I'm more of one of the ones where, like, they posted an episode of Game Grumps and everyone was like, oh my god, Game Grumps is cancelled, it's over, this is the end of everything! And, like, they ended the video with next time on Game Grumps, and I literally wrote in the comments, next time on Game Grumps, ! Question mark, ! We'll see about that! I was just like, just super troll bullshit. Like, obviously they're not gonna get canceled.
I love it.
There was a dude literally calling, like, there was one comment I read that was so funny. The dude was literally, like, calling time of death in his comment. You know, he's like, I'm calling it time of death 3:15 a.m. Time of death, Game Grumps, this is it. He's like, literally his comments like, it was fun while it lasted, but Game Grumps are definitely over. I hope everyone who works here has a long, successful career in other places, but you can't stay here. It's over. It's done. You can't come back from this. I'm like, Jesus, dude. Calling time of death, I see. Fucking 3:18.
Oh my god, I hate the internet so much.
I was like, I think I wrote a comment to him, was like, a little early to call it, I think, but I respect your gusto.
Oh my god, I hate the internet.
And it was funny because, like, I was talking to someone, they're like, you think he's actually gonna get canceled? And I was like, no, because he has too much going for him, and they're like, what do you mean? And I'm like, he doesn't have a fucking Twitter account. It's really hard to cancel someone on Twitter when you literally can't even tweet at them. Like, literally all he has to do is say nothing, and this shit's just gonna go away. Like, honestly. And he did eventually say something through their PR team, through news media organizations. No tweets. Didn't bring it up on the main channel. Kept that shit as in the dark as possible to prevent their actual fan base from seeing it, who aren't on Twitter. Smart. Really smart. Game Grumps always knows what they're doing. That's why they haven't been canceled yet, even though Egoraptor has been in the center of, like, 9 controversies right now, at this point. So, I gotta point this out. So, the Game Grumps have actually had, like, 8 or 9 controversies, but they're so fucking good at avoiding them, and their PR team is top tier, that, like, they never get any flack for it. This is the most flack I've seen them ever get, and it was so easily brushed under the fucking carpet, like...
Yeah, no, like, their PR team knows what they're doing.
Oh, they're fucking top tier. They're so good at it. It was really funny, though, because, like, literally every tweet made by the Game Grumps and Aaron before it broke out was just, like, filled with comments like, so when are you getting rid of Dan? And I'm like, Aaron can't get rid of Dan. He knows that's the only reason people watch him.
What?
Fucking, if Dan wasn't on the show, Aaron would just be an intolerable asshole 24/7, much like myself. That's why I have Derek.
You'd have to find someone to fill a similar niche.
Absolutely.
And I don't know if you can, because Dan's got too much of a fan base now.
There was a joke going around. Also, fucking JonTron fucking destroyed them, which killed me. Right when the news came out and Dan's getting canceled and Game Grumps are fucking trending on Twitter and all this stuff, JonTron just posts, does this mean we're finishing Sonic 06? And that was it. That's all he fucking posted, and it was the fucking best.
I love it. I absolutely love it.
I think that's JonTron hinting at the fact that he was replaced and forced out too. I know everyone's gonna be like, this is a conspiracy, it is proven that they're still friends. It's a lie. That's why, again, Game Grumps have a really good PR team. You don't think their PR team was like, yo, you gotta deal with the JonTron shit before it's too late?
Yeah.
Nah, you people.
Yeah, because JonTron wanted to make content, and Eager Raptor wanted money.
I'm 100% sure it's because, well, at the time of John's leaving, he really wanted to bring more people onto the show. And he was really trying to push his wife, Susie, onto the show, and no one wanted that.
Aaron. You said John, but you meant Aaron.
Oh, my bad. Yes, Aaron. And, like, no one wanted that. And then, like... It's funny, because right when John left, Susie ends up on the show way more. No one likes her watching the show. I mean, I didn't hate her or anything, but no one in the comments liked her, I can assure you of that. And fucking, like, they stopped trying to push it for, like, a full... I think it was, like, at least a year they were pushing this shit.
Yeah.
And then, like, they eventually gave up. But, like, by that point, like, you know, it had been, like, a year. Most people were like, I don't care anymore. But, like... they literally... JonTron had a live stream, man, where his girlfriend at the time, who was his girlfriend when they left the Game Grumps... literally referred to fucking Susie as Yoko Ono. So, you know... And then John goes... And then in a slight, small argument, John goes, you think I'm drunk? At least I'm not starting arguments with our friends. And he's like... And I'm like, okay, this did not end so swimmingly for everyone. This was a little...
Might have hit the fan a bit.
Because my theory goes like this. I think, well, one, they had... Aaron and John have had problems throughout the entire run of Game Grumps, and they even admitted to it in episodes they deleted, which is hilarious to me. Because when John and Dan talk about it, right? When John and Dan talk about their relationship, they're always like, we've never fought. We've never been in a single argument. We're always cool.
Sure.
Yeah, just like me and Derek, obviously.
So I really don't think we've actually really fight.
We get heated, but we don't actually fight. We've gotten heated, though. I've gotten heated, at least.
Chris gets heated.
I
just shrug my shoulders because I don't care.
No, you know what? No, early Friday night fight nights, we were legitimately mad at each other on some of those. Some of those were legit, like, no, fuck you. Like... fucking spammy ass bullshit fucking but then once the game's over, it's like, alright, have a good day, man.
This was bullshit.
These games are annoying. Get out of my house.
Get out of my house.
Get out of my house, I'll see you in a week. But, the difference is that they're always like, you know, we've never been in a fight, or blah, 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 and I'm like, and I can see that between the two of them. Because even in episodes where they're like, mad, they're not like mad, you know what I mean? They're like Aaron gets heated and then Dan gets salty. Like, that's like their extent of being mad at each other. Dan and Aaron used to fucking yell at each other in mid-set, mid-recordings. It was the best. It was the fucking best. But fucking, like, they even admitted it on Game Grumps where they were like, the episode of... It was either episode 1 or 2 of Bayonetta, which they deleted. They admitted... Everything on Game Grumps is real. And when they get mad at each other, they're legitimately mad at each other. They even said it on Game Grumps. And I'm like, yeah, this was not meant to last. They were gonna break up eventually. But like, because they admitted they got legitimately mad at each other, right? They got super heated. John always wanted them to do more editing in the videos, and Aaron always wanted to veto it.
Yeah.
And like, and fucking...
Because it's so much work. And I think John was the one doing the editing.
he was, and then they hired Barry to do the editing, and he's like, I don't want to have Barry do all this editing. I'm like, that's what he's hired to do? Whatever. Fucking... it's fine. I mean, Game Grumps are the same people that let their editors upload 2 videos with no video and only sound, and 5 videos with no sound and only video, and they didn't fire them. So clearly the Game Grumps have fucking zero standards on quality, but whatever, it's fine.
Topic for another day.
Yeah. I'm just saying, I've been doing this for 2 years. I've never uploaded a video that didn't have the fucking video!
Sometimes YouTube's stupid and doesn't put the thumbnail up, but
yeah, like
that's another topic.
Fucking, I mean, sometimes thumbnail doesn't get up on time because of other prior origins, or YouTube is just being fucking stupid for some reason, but they get up eventually, and like, a thumbnail is a thumbnail. A video being uploaded with no fucking video is insane to me. I would fire you on this. If you were our editor, if I hired you to edit our videos, and you uploaded a video with no... If you uploaded a video with no video, I wouldn't fire you, but I would flip the fuck out on you.
Oh.
I would fucking... I would be so fucking heated that Derek would need to be the one to talk to you.
Yeah. And you better hope I don't get mad, because when Chris gets mad and I have to talk to someone about it, oh, it's great. It's like, I'm very disappointed in you.
Like, I would be fucking livid. I wouldn't fire you. If it happened a second time, I would really consider firing you. Like, by the second one, if I don't fire you, you have one more shot. You do it again, and you're fucking gone.
3 strikes, you're out, in my books.
Yeah, 3 strikes and you're hella out. Because I would be fucking livid. I'd be like, you uploaded a fucking video with no fucking video. Didn't you watch it back at all? Your job is to watch it back and make sure the render fucking worked, dude. That's what we pay you for. I'd be fucking livid.
Oh, yeah.
Anyways.
I get it, man.
Anyways, though. That's a story for another day. But, yeah, so I'm pretty sure that John left because Aaron probably wanted to get his girlfriend more involved in the show. John was probably like, no. It's a 2-person thing. We don't want more people on the show over and over again. That just seems unnecessary. Have it be the 2 people. That's how it works. Don't bring on these extra people. Don't bring on your girlfriend who might not be your girlfriend in fucking 6 months. Like, which, I mean, he ended up marrying her, but I still understand the fucking thought process of, like, if you're gonna try and bring her on full time, then fucking, like, no. Like,
yeah, this is an us thing.
We're doing this. I'm co-owner. I'm vetoing this shit. And then, like... Because that was right around the time they started bringing on more and more people, too. That's right when they made Steam Train, which was supposed to be Dan and Ross, and fucking, like... Then Susie's gonna be on the show more, and, like... Barry ends up showing... Like, right after John leaves, and Barry ends up showing in more episodes, they start putting more and more people on camera, and I think that's partially the reason John left, because he was just like, why are we putting all these fucking people on for no goddamn reason? Like, we're just ballooning costs for no reason now, because these are all employees now that we didn't need to pay beforehand. We could have just been doing the thing.
How many people are they up to now, I wonder?
That
they own, or that they work with?
I don't know, because it's massive now. They literally have their own game studio of, like, programmers and artists now, too. Like, I have no idea. They're huge, though. I know there's, at a minimum, at least, like, 15 people, I think. It's got to be at least 15.
I haven't kept up with it, because I've been too busy.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know how many... The problem is I don't know how many editors they have. I know they have 1... But I don't know if they have a second one.
Probably at least 2.
And then there's all the main people, so it's like Dan, Aaron, what's his name? Ross.
Ross, I think, is doing his own thing, really.
Yeah, but no, he still works for the Game Grumps. He's still employed by the Game Grumps.
I didn't know that.
Because Aaron's producing his animated cartoon that he's gonna eventually release. He's been working on it for like 3 years now, and I'm really skeptical of it ever coming out, but... But yeah, fucking, lots of that shit.
Yeah.
Lots of that shit. And then they got their whole development team, which is like at least 5 to 10 people, I would assume.
Yeah.
Probably like 6. We'll say like 6 people, because that's what I've seen.
You know what I find interesting?
Yeah.
Do you know the game Stardew Valley?
Yes.
That is made by one guy.
Yes. There's a lot
I always
of
get
those.
impressed by that, because people are like, the development team for this is not doing well, and I'm like, that's because there's one fucking guy doing this, guys.
The difference is, is that one game also, I think, took like 8 years to make.
Yeah, no, that's been his project. He's been working on that for like 8 years.
Yeah, but like the whole thing is like, yeah, you can make a game as one person. I hope you got a lot of fucking time.
Yeah. It's like, yeah, he did the whole thing himself.
I mean,
I think since it's released, he's brought some more people on.
Oh, I'm sure.
But
especially because it's been very successful.
Yes. But at the same time, it's just like, yeah, that pretty much was just him.
It was the same thing with Minecraft. Minecraft was made by one dude.
That was made by one guy?
Yeah, Notch.
Notch made that pretty much himself?
Yeah, he made it himself until it started getting a little bit of traction, and then the company that he published it through, which he actually worked for anyways.
Was that Mojang?
Yeah, Mojang. Mojang owned the rights to it, but it was his game, so he owned like most of the rights to it. They were just like, well, we'll publish it, and then we keep namesake holdership. And, you know, you just do it in your spare time. Like, this isn't actually, like, something we're making or paying you to make. And he was like, okay. So, he just made it on his own, and then fucking,
After this fight.
Yeah, and then after that, he just, essentially, once it started gaining traction, started getting more and more popular, the actual Mojang team ended up coming on and working on it.
Yeah, I mean, that makes sense.
Mojang was making a lot of money from it, because it was
Minecraft.
partially... I don't think it was owned by them, but because it's being developed by them, it's kind of sort of owned by them. It had like a weird legal... Yeah, it's like weird legal loophole-y shit, because of the fact it was made by one person, but that one person worked for a company, so... Yeah. Anyways, enough of video game contract bullshit. We'll catch you guys in the next part. We'll see you guys then. Peace.